part 2 of Xbox or Microsoft, I guess you would say. This one is a lot of people be talking about it nowadays. AI. Yeah, it's getting crazy. And here we go. It said that Microsoft is trying their damnedest to replace jobs with AI agents, according to one developer. And the thing is, not only Xbox, it has been happening across the gaming industry. I know it personally. That's all I'm saying. They say here, they said that tensions are very high among Xbox developers after the latest round of Microsoft layoffs. Also, I want to let you guys know this is also the article from WCCF Tech, so I'll make sure to have that link below in the description so you guys can read it as well. Anyway, they said that which appears to have appears to have removed hundreds of jobs across the whole gaming division. The initiative and its Perfect Dark reboot are no more. ZeniMax Online upcoming MMORPG Project Blackbird was canceled, and the studio founder left. Rare's new IP Everwild was also canceled, and veteran Greg Malis, I think, or Males, also left. And Turn 10 also saw a majority of its employees, and those Turn 10 is like Forza and Need for Speed. So yeah, so it's insane. They said, but it does not stop there. Engadget has reported that 5 employees were also cut from Halo Studios. Furthermore, the report doesn't paint a favorable picture of both Microsoft's overall plans for gaming and the progress of future Halo projects. Let's see here. They said the anonymous source understandably expressed contempt for Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer's internal memo, which the executive started with the reminder that Xbox is registering record numbers when it comes to its users, games, and gaming hours. They said here, I am personally super pissed that that Phil's email to us bragged about how this was the most profitable year ever for Xbox in the same breath as pulling the lever. I wasn't sure what part of that I was supposed to be proud about. That is a slap in the face. Like, everybody's just getting yeeted out the door and everything. He's okay because he has a cushy job, and like he's, one of the main leaders in that company, the industry, right? So he's not going to be affected, which I think is crazy. So they said that the source also said that Halo Studios is now working with contracted studios across the United States and Europe, which they didn't really like. Doing that is a problem to me. The reason why is because when you have multiple studios working on one game, there's usually like a clash when it comes to like a mechanic, features, or just game design ideas itself. Like, you can take 4 people, you can take 4 people that play different genres of games to make a video game, and there will still be headbutting and clashing. It happens. I know because it happened to me in college, where a few buddies of mine, we clashed, like we butted heads so many times because we wanted to make a game, but it just didn't work out because of the basic mechanics that we wanted. It was like a run and gun type of game, kind of like Left 4 Dead, but then somebody wanted to add double jump in there, and I denied, saying no, we shouldn't have double jump in there. And it's like, why? Because it makes the level designing process even more difficult, because now if we want to have something that's really cool where you jump to one spot, if you double jump, it puts you out of the map. You jump over like a wall and you get out of the map, and then the game's broken, right? So that's what it is. So where I was going with this is having multiple studios, having more people, like a whole bunch of people working on one project, makes it even worse. So it just causes more trouble and more stress. That's what I'm saying. All right. So then it said Xbox in general feels years behind the curve in game development, and it leads to a lot of wasted time and effort. Then they said that the kicker came when they shared the impression that Microsoft is trying to replace as many human jobs as possible with AI. I have my saying about this after. They're trying their damnedest to replace as many jobs as they can with AI agents. Reason why? Because it's a lot cheaper. It's just the cost effectiveness. Now the thing is, will it actually deliver? That's the thing. It is no secret that Microsoft has invested heavily in AI, so is EA, and a few other companies. And this very possibility, has been dreaded for years. Whether it is actually the case remains to be seen, but it's certainly a worrying report. Lastly, the anonymous source wasn't confident that one of the Halo projects currently in the works will meet the expected standard of quality. So I said, I don't think anybody will really be happy. I don't think anybody is really happy about the quality of the product right now. There has been a lot of tension and pep talks trying to rally folks to ship. It said just 2 days ago, Halo Studios teased a reveal of their next project coming at the Halo World Championship 2025 event, which will take place in October. Needless to say, they cannot afford another blunder of after Halo Infinite. Else they might find themselves in the same position as Turn 10 or even the Initiative after the next Microsoft review. The thing is, they redid like a whole studio and everything like that. And then the issue that they had with Halo Infinite when they did 343 is that they said that they were a tech company and a studio, which is terrible. They were working on a new engine. I think it's called Slip Space, which was using Halo 3's, like part of Halo 3's engine, right? They were using part of that. The person that was working on the engine left, so somebody else had to work on it, which didn't know what they were doing. And also they were trying to make Halo Infinite from this engine that they were building. So you see where the stress comes in and where things could fall apart. So yeah, people are just been have more stuff to see here. As I see, we need oh goodness, people just keep putting all this stuff in here. Let's see here. And then they said next, they said Call of AI, Star AI, State of AI, AI Doom, Project AI, Gears of AI, AI Motorsport. Actually, no, because they don't, Turn 10's not even a thing anymore. Let's see. AI will replace all your beloved games with Xbox AI, a sexless, lifeless, non-binary watercolor template. All games will feel like they are made with AI Slot Factory. Yeah, it's insane to see that this is happening, and it doesn't stop there. I'll tell you right now. Because the next article is this: Xbox graphics lead puts out a tone-deaf hiring call with AI slop shortly after devastating layoffs. It just gets worse and worse and worse. So this is actually from today, or I guess you'd say like as of right now while I'm looking at this, because it says it is the 15th and it's 12:22 in the morning. So, but anyway, today. So they said here, let's see, July 2025 kicked off with devastating news for Xbox employees as it laid off 9,000 workers across the entire company, with a significant number of those layoffs hitting Xbox and Microsoft's gaming division. Studios and game projects were shut down. Veteran developers were either laid off or left because of the cuts. And amid reports that the layoffs were directly related to Xbox wanting to invest more in its AI efforts, Microsoft and Xbox executives have failed to read the room multiple times. While claims were circulating that Xbox and Microsoft are trying their damnedest to replace themselves with AI agents, it was unfortunate, to say the least. They said that that a seemingly automated invite went out to developers, inviting them to a roundtable at Gamescom 2025, all about how AI tools can aid in game development. Disdain towards Xbox, Microsoft, and the C-suite executives who didn't lose their jobs compounded when an executive producer at Xbox suggested that laid-off workers confide in ChatGPT to help them cope with being laid off. I heard something about this a while ago with the ChatGPT thing, and it was pretty bad. It was like write something about in ChatGPT is like how to deal with being laid off or something like that. And then he told the people about this, which I thought was insane. I probably got that wrong, but it was something like that. I saw somebody's video about it. I can't remember who, but I was like, holy crap, somebody really did that. So then they said that at least executive producer Matt Turnbull's ill-advised LinkedIn post was, at least on the surface, an attempt to help laid off workers. Principal development lead for Xbox graphics Mike Matzell's post, however, is somehow even more tone deaf and bullheaded. Matzell put out a call that the Xbox graphics team was hiring 2 roles. He specified that the team looking for people with experience with device drivers, GPU performance, or related validation or engineering system experience. He then links the 2 job postings and tells people to message him directly if the postings on Microsoft websites claim to be closed. That's all fine and well, and even though putting out a hiring call a little more than a week after mass layoffs is never a good look, it's unfortunately a common occurrence. True. What cinches Mastell's post as tone deaf is that he shares an AI generated image along with this post, which shows someone working at a laptop, presumably looking at nothing. Oh goodness, looking at nothing. Since the image shows their screen on the back side of the monitor. Oh, this is the wow. So this is the graphic. I mean, at least go into like Photoshop and like, excuse me, sorry. At least go into like Photoshop and like, cover that up. At least something. They can at least do that. All right. So then they say that the comments are unsurprisingly filled with people digging into Mastel for posting the image, with one person saying, "You could have just sketched an ad on Paint. At least it would have been funny." True. This is just embarrassing. Another seemingly referenced Mastel's lack of care in his post wrote, "I too can post AI slop. Put me on the team, coach." Damn. That's all I guess. Just damn. All right. So then they said, you have wondered whether Turnbull or Mastel made their posts earnestly, or if they were baiting the uproar that both posts have caused. Neither is a good look, because if they earnestly made these posts, sorry, my brain shut off for a bit. Then that shows a huge inability to read the room and a lack of understanding as to how they should communicate with others, whether that's trying to communicate a message of empathy and opportunity. If they were baiting the reactions, it's surprising and disappointing to see two high-level executives seeking enjoyment out of a situation that has devastated hundreds of their former co-workers and each of their families. Now, it'd be funny if their asses get laid off and then somebody did the same thing to them. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's see what people are saying here. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. They said, I said it before and I'll say it again, corporate team leads aren't leads because they are skilled and capable at the job. They are team leads because they are skilled and capable of convincing middle management that they are skilled and capable at their job. I know. If you get rid of the middleman, I think everything would be fine. Seriously, because then higher ups would just be like, "Hey, we need this. We wanted this game to come out. We need this game to come out." And then you take out the middleman, and then have like your devs and be like, "All right, we can get this done in about this much time." You know, you have your producer be like, "All right, yeah, if we get it done in this amount of time and the work put in, we'll probably need like $60 million roughly." Budget, let's just say 60 million, because we need to pay employees, you know, and then the amount of time that is used working on the game for basically development costs. Now, when it comes to marketing, what I would say is when it comes to marketing, they should just like let's just like chill on that and just like, all right, let's see how the game is, and then after that, let's talk about the budgeting for marketing. I'm not really sure how the business side of that works when it comes to development and marketing. I just know development is very important because you're making the game. Marketing, I don't know. So I said trash. They said, I actually don't think someone lazily using an AI generated image for a job posting is at all problematic. The layoffs and chronic mismanagement of Xbox are a real problem, but almost entirely unrelated to this. Yeah, it is insane. So again, this stuff has been happening with not just only Xbox, just in the gaming industry in general. A lot of companies are going towards AI because AI is it saves money for them. Now the thing is, we can't really do anything for employees and stuff. Really, we can't do anything until they see the first turnout of a game where they just fully use AI to develop the game and things like that. If it doesn't do well and there's more studios that shut down, unfortunately, then they're gonna have to have no choice but to call people in, you know, hire people back and things like that. Now, will people do it? Most likely. But then again, we have, you know, industry veterans that left to make their own studios so they can make their own games, so they can have that artistic freedom, that creative freedom, so they're not, you know, bogged down by investors or shareholders, things like that. So that's also another thing. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Xbox and Microsoft. I just think they just should get rid of the AI in general. I understand using ChatGPT for, like, say for instance, there's like an issue with a code that you're just like trying to figure out. It's totally fine, because there's and the reason why I say that is because there are game designers, level designers, artists that, you know, if they're stumped on something, guess what? They go on YouTube and they just pull up somebody's YouTube video and they're like, oh, this is how you create this texture, or this is how you would optimize this room out of like a large area, you know. It's things like that. I understand using it as like a tool for like a small like task or like an issue, you know, like a problem solve, but using it to completely like take over people's jobs and stuff like that, I think that's where the issue comes in. That's just me personally. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this whole thing with Xbox, because again, I don't think it's going to do well. And hopefully, because it doesn't do well, it opens the eyes of other studios and stuff like that, like I said, with EA and other companies, because it's insane. It's not only game development, it's also, obviously we know with artists, game development also is happening with testers too. Like QA testers are losing their jobs because of AI. And the thing is, how do you make a game better? How do you make a game better with using AI? Yeah, they can report bugs, track bugs and everything. That's totally fine. But an overall feeling of the content and things like that, AI can't detect that. It can just be like, hey, the game works. Like this code works. It won't cause a crash or anything like that. That's it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Xbox. If you guys own an Xbox, what would you guys do? Would you guys go through with AI, or would you guys just say screw it and keep everybody? Top channel. I'll see you guys next time. All right, have a good one. Peace.